Welcome to Sailing Wandering Blue. In March 2025, we dropped everything to move on board and live a life less ordinary. Corfu means a lot to us and our family, but as all good things do, our time here has come to an end. Because in this episode, we're starting our 5,000-mile journey to St. Lucia. But first, let's go supermarket.
It's a pretty place.
Go supermarket. We're in Cassiope, just north of Corfu town. One of the few places in Corfu that we've not actually ever been, I don't think. Or you've been a long time ago.
We came in the car once, a few years ago. But I think we just sort of drove through, maybe spent an hour here and drove on.
Yeah. Well, we're here for a day now, anchored just around the corner, come to this little town quay, park the tender up. Main job is to stock up for a very, very long journey that will start after we leave Corfu all the way over to St. Lucia. Obviously going to do it in parts, that's not the whole journey. And also grab some dinner and yeah, sort ourselves out.
Milkshake. Excuse me, are you allowed to be doing that?
Yeah, I have a boat here.
Fair enough. We are prepared.
this is what I came to the supermarket for. Yum. What do you think?
This is what I came to the supermarket for.
Eggs? Not loading everything onto the dinghy. And it's time to go home for some chicken, souvlaki. Oh my gosh, souvlaki and Greek salad. Yummy. After a few weeks of laughter, a lot of gyros and sunny days, we said goodbye to Elena and Josh. We have enjoyed every moment and will miss them so much.
Right, so every day's different when you live the boat life. Instead of the 4 to 5 knots southerly that we were expecting on all the forecasts this morning, we woke up to 15 gusting to 2022 northerly in the shape of storm coming in over there. So we are moving. What are we doing?
I'm very sweaty.
What are we doing?
We're getting ready to leave.
Leave for where?
For Gran Canaria.
And then where?
The Caribbean. St. Lucia. And I've got a peg in my hair. Because I couldn't find a hair bubble.
Yes! Today's the day. We're leaving Corfu, leaving the Med, sort of. There will be a few stops. We've got 6 days from when we set off to here to Sardinia, hopefully a couple of days in Sardinia. If the weather's bad, we are going to go straight through, and then Gibraltar, where we're going to stay for a little bit, get the boat sorted. Obviously it's not in the EU, in the Schengen region, so we can stay there for as long as we like legally, and then big trip down to Gran Canaria, where again we'll be staying for a couple of weeks, where we're going to meet up with the Ark, which is really exciting. We've obviously never done the Ark before. This is our first year, our first crossing, so we're excited to meet up with those guys and see what's going on. And then St. Lucia. Hey, sailor girl.
Hey. We're leaving for the Caribbean today. First stop, Sardinia.
We're sailing now. We're actually doing 9 knots right now. In 1718, just coming over the coast of Corfu, through sort of threaded the needle through some islands, and we're heading out into the open sea towards Italy. Woohoo! Proper go. still look cute even though you're poorly. Oh, poorly. Yeah. Bleh. Bleh. Okay, so we've just hit 24 hours into this leg of the journey. We're making really good time. Been going at sort of 7 or 8 knots, which is really good for this boat in decent wind. We've just had to pack the sails away and put the motors on because the wind's just completely died as we've approached sort of the foot of Italy. But we're making really good time to hit the Messina Strait at the right time. So the Messina Strait is the tiny stretch of water between Sicily and the toe of Italy, and you get some crazy tides running in there, really powerful sort of 5-6 knots sometimes tides, maybe even more than that, running either north or south depending on the tide. What we want to do is hit it just as it's turning north, so we get pushed through the strait rather than having the tide come against us and have to fight our way through it. It starts going north on the next tide at 7:30 tomorrow morning, which is about 20 hours away, 21 hours away. And this is our time to destination to the bottom of the strait. Perfect. We'll let you know how it goes.
What you doing? Over here.
Come and cool down. It's 7 AM, just gone, 7:15, and we are an hour and a half away from the Messina Strait. So we've timed it pretty much perfectly. It's just turning north. It's just turned north about an hour ago actually, but it runs northbound for a good amount of time. So we're going to hit it just as it's nice, flowing, pushing us through, and it's going to be all good. Just because it's running north and the tide's in the right direction for us doesn't mean it's an easy place to sail through. There's still going to be a lot of wind funneling down southbound, obviously the opposite direction. There's still whirlpools, there's still ferries, fishermen, tourist boats,
Sea creatures.
maybe some sea creatures. This is the place, if you didn't know, where all of the Greek and Roman myths about sea monsters came from. So because of all the big whirlpools and the fact that sailors get dragged across the strait by all the different tides and stuff like that, it inspired the Odyssey and probably quite a few other stories that we're not quite aware of. So yeah, just like that. It's gonna be fun. At least we've timed the tide right. That's one thing that we can do to help ourselves get through it. So So what we're about to pass here, right in the middle of the Messina Strait, is basically a roundabout, which is pretty cool. It means you don't have to come all the way up and out if you want to change direction. I think a lot of the ferries and stuff use it. And being from Milton Keynes, we're pretty comfortable with roundabouts, so we're just getting through it. You're not from Milton Keynes. You're scared of roundabouts. And this is why it's important to time the Messina Strait right. We have got 4 knots of current pushing us up this channel. And if we were maybe 5 hours later, we'd have 4 knots of current pushing us backwards against the channel, working with the wind. So we'd not be getting anywhere basically. And this is why myths of sea monsters come out of this area. Look at this. All the whirlpools and the crazy wind and tide, two different currents from two different oceans smashing into each other. It's nuts.
Just chilling?
Yeah.
Oh, what a hard life.
Keeping watch. Coming across the north coast of Sicily. Motor sailing. Loving life.
Oh yeah.
Catch of the day. The fishing line went nuts. We all gathered up. Fish on, fish on! Went crazy because this will be the first one since Montenegro that we've caught. And it's a plastic bag.
How
Bloody-
annoying.
Huh?
How annoying.
Yeah, it's very annoying. There is a lot of rubbish in the seas around this area. We've seen a few big, like, what are they, like big boxes, like polystyrene boxes
Yeah.
off fishing vessels and stuff. That's just a bin bag. So we'll keep it in our bin and then bin it when we're at the next place, or recycle it whatever we can do. But I want to fish!
Stop throwing plastic in the water.
Yeah, maybe. Is the line still out? So we're just going into beautiful Palermo, Sicily. Staying about an hour, maybe less. We're just refueling and it was on our way, so we thought we'd stop. And we've got a bit of a race on our hands. It's going much quicker than us, but we had a head start. We'll see how it goes. Much bigger than us, dude. Ah, we win. Ready? Yeah, they're here. See them?
No. They're like popping up. Over there, not over there, over there. It's like they're playing a little game.
A little sundowner.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed coming along on this journey with us, and if you did, subscribe to follow along.